Today, we are joined by Mr. Manish Agarwal, a dynamic business leader with over 13 years of experience in P&L management, branding, HR, and sales. As director at Square of Sports Private Limited, he has transformed the company from concept to profitability, achieving over 60% annual growth. An MBA from the University of Huddersfield and a Level 8 certified leader from the Chartered Management Institute, Mr. Agarwal is also a passionate educator, having taught advanced subjects like sports management, Web 3.0, and blockchain at our very own institute. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Manish Agarwal, a visionary leader committed to innovation and business excellence, for our today's talk show. Welcome, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. So, to begin with the session, I would like to know about your journey. Like after completing your graduation, how did you decide to get into sports management? Because your profile seems to be very diverse, and currently you have your own company. So, how did you actually get into the field of sports management?
So, firstly, I would like to thank you for inviting me. When I started off, when I came back to India, I didn't want to join just a corporate job. I was looking for something different. And generally what had happened is I was very passionate about sports from my very formative age. And it took me some time to look for the right job. And luckily, I found Square of Sports because Square of Sports is not just about providing grassroots level training or doing one aspect of sports industry. Square of Sports is about, creating a platform for all the participants who can showcase their talent. Okay. We not only do grassroots level training, but we also do events. One of the prime events that we used to do was Swimathon, which is an open water sea swimming, where we used to take participants from when we started off, it started off at the Gateway of India, where we took participants from Sunk Rock to Gateway, which was somewhere around 3.5 kilometers. And they used to swim towards the Gateway of India. But unfortunately, the water was a little murky, and there was, there were a lot of ships parked. So with the help of Swimming Federation of India, we took that event to Kolwa Beach, Goa. And it was recognized by the Swimming Federation of India and Goa Tourism as a national selection trial, where participants, whoever won 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers, represented India at international scale. So we conducted Goa Swimathon, which was accredited by Swimming Federation of India for multiple years before COVID. Unfortunately, after COVID, we couldn't, conduct this. But we have been not only providing, events at national level, but also at multiple, district level. We have been part of Balewadi, Pune, where we have done, we have provided technology for gymnastic events. We have sponsored that. We have also been, part of a lot of activities, not just for one particular sport, but for multiple sports. We have organized Pavai Fest in Hiranandani Pavai, Mumbai. We have done, Thane Varsha Marathon, where we have been a part of it. So one way or the other, we have tried to, be associated with sports, either through sponsorship, providing, money in one way or the other, or organizing the event at a very
big scale.
in a big scale, so that it's been recognized by the federation bodies. So that is where we started off, and I have been part of this company for almost 13 years now, and it's a great honor for me because I've learned a lot. I've developed a lot of skills. I've understood how this industry works, and we do grassroots level training. We provide education sports-based education for junior, senior, kids above 5 years, where we understand that their motor skills are not fully developed. So we try and help them with gymnastics and something that helps them with the hand-eye coordination. And then eventually we also provide a competitive level badminton, squash, table tennis, and various other sports. So we have been in this industry for quite some time, and we are very fortunate to be a part of this industry at a very at a time where sports is given importance nowadays.
Okay.
A lot of middle class have understood now that the importance of sports, and it's very important to have a very healthy lifestyle, and that's why our tagline is sports should be a way of life. And our whole objective is to provide comprehensive paradigm shift and help them bring sports in a way where everyone could be a part of
it. So currently it's like sports, it does not only mean that you have to be an athlete or you have to be a cricketer like the thought was earlier, like few years back.
Right.
So even if you are not into that, you're not an athlete, you're not a swimmer, but you still want to be in touch with the industry or working in that industry, you have many allied or supplementary activities to it, through which you can be indirectly a part of the industry.
Right.
So when we talk about sports management as a career, what are the different or branches that it offers to the students?
So during our formative age, not a lot of people used to look sports as a career option. Fortunately now, because of a lot of leagues with in line to IPL are coming up, there are more career opportunities that are available. When a person wants to pursue sports as a career, they don't need to be an athlete. They can look into sports. They could be a sports agent, or it depends on their skill set. If they want to pursue it as into media, or be into media relations, or sports infrastructure where they want to be a manager, or they can be a part of sports equipment industry as well, where they could do sales, operations, or facility manager, or they can also be a leader in this industry as well, because there are multiple opportunities, multiple segments that are coming up in sports industry itself. So yeah, it's quite a very exciting if someone wants to pursue sports right now as a viable career, it's a very exciting time for them, because not only parents do encourage kids nowadays. There are multiple career options, there are multiple sports management programs that are available. I have myself taught sports management programs, so I understand, and I've communicated with kids who want to pursue this as a viable career, and they are doing very well now. So it's all thanks to universities who are coming up with such competitive and credible sports programs.
So upcoming, like which has a good future.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And luckily, like I said, being part of such a university who encourages participants or students to be pursue this, they are not only providing theoretical knowledge but also practical knowledge.
I was actually going to come to that, because sports or sports management is not just confined to your academics or to your theoretical knowledge. So what kind of practical exposure is required for the students who are going to pursue or planning to pursue sports management?
For a lot of students who are going to pursue this as a career, they could definitely look into being there are multiple areas where they could operate. There's sales, there's operations, there's facility managers, like I've mentioned. There are multiple segments and sectors that are available for them to choose, and being a part of a student, they could explore that options. So just an example, like uh, over here in D Y Patil, they have their own stadiums, and a lot of students here get an opportunity to be an intern over here.
Correct.
And this helps them a lot, because what happens is they could explore each and every aspect of a sports industry, be it sales or finance or volunteering to be a part of, just the crowd control. Or this requires teamwork, leadership, showing analytical skills, showing skills which are very important for student to develop, communication skills. This skills help them in the long term and eventually help them be a leader in their own respective way.
Exactly, I agree. And because we have an in-house stadium, like a stadium of our own, which actually hosts such like very big events as well. So a student is at the same time, a student is going out and exploring new things or getting an exposure to new things, but at the same time the student is under a protective environment as well. So before going into the actual world, they are getting industry ready because of it. Correct, I agree to it.
And with that, what happens is, now if a student is getting exposure to an event, for example an IPL or a FIFA World Cup event or any kind of event, they are able to get to meet the idols, how to interact with celebrities or cricket stars, and how to communicate with them, how to understand their requirement, their the kind of situation they go through, understand that and use it in theory, and eventually when they go out in the real world, they get that opportunity to use it because they have been exposed to that kind of atmosphere. So luckily, a lot of students who have been part here in this sports program, have been part of this sports program, have come back and told me that they were exposed to certain celebrities, and through which they learned a lot, interacting with those celebrities, understanding what they require, and how to deal with those celebrities. Those soft skills develop very quickly, and this helps them in the real world as well.
And it is not just always the gloomy side. They also learn how to face the challenging situations.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, and they are at the same time, again, as I said, they are in a protective environment at that very moment, because there are people, there are faculty, there are other teams who are there to handle the situation, but then these students get a good chance to see how it actually works in the real world. So as you said, that this is the right time for people or students to think to take this up as a career. So where do you see sports industry growing in 5 or maybe 7 years down the line?
So India, as we know, has become the fourth economic wise, and I personally believe sports is something that will help us, because it somehow contributes a lot to become the in economy, or getting that exposure globally as well. This also helps India to show a positive side towards the world as well. So a lot of our own and it's a youth populated country, India is, and we are a growing so I personally believe that with right credible sports management programs, students will get that exposure to actually go out and try and do more in sports. And it's not just one aspect where you have to be an athlete. There could be multiple aspects where you can
where you need people to actually see that the things are in place. Absolutely. And the things are carried out,
and how they can utilize those skills. And it's something that is during my own experience, I personally feel like a lot of students are eager to learn and develop their skills so that they could use this in real world and sports is something that they are very passionate about, and in the coming 5 to 10 years, more and more people will be more eager to be a part of this industry, because it's such a passionate industry. A lot of people are so passionate about it, and they get to see it's quite tangible. The things that they are exposed to are quite tangible. They get success quite easily. They are able to view it. They are able to
the results
are right in front of them.
Right.
They get to meet their idols. They get to meet their heroes, or people who they have been following from a very young age, and they want to be like them. And not if in case they are not able to be that kind of athlete, they can still manage those athletes.
Correct.
Either take care of their operations or finance, or sports PR is something that is also very important nowadays, and it's an industry which
and it has become a very prominent part for any sports person now,
and people want to be a part of it. In even they are okay to start at a very small scale and then eventually grow as years go by. So it's something that is quite coming up, and the coming 5 to 10 years, I believe more and more people will get involved into sports. And due to I believe like IPL, there are more and more leagues that are coming up, which a lot of people are passionate about, say kabaddi or football or any other sports, badminton. Even squash is something that people are looking forward to, so that they can build a career in it. So it could be something that is going to be very exciting in the coming years.
The sports getting introduced, more of allied activities would be required.
Golf, a lot of people want to be associated with golf, because that is also coming up. Shikhar Dhawan itself is promoting baseball in India. So a lot of people will get behind those ideas as well, and those industry as well, and be a part of it. And it's not just about playing that particular sport, but you can be a part of it by managing the facility, or being part of being sports athlete manager, or you can be provide equipments or be a part of that equipment industry.
So that shows there is a good scope for entrepreneurship as well. So
absolutely.
So if you just don't want to be a part of any PR team, you can always have your own setup or startup. So we can ideally say that entrepreneurship has also got a chance, or the candidate or the student can think of entrepreneurship as a prospect in sports management as well.
Absolutely. For students who are who believe in not just one aspect, or they have got that leadership skills, or they have been in this industry, after a certain point they can be a part of they can come up with a company or an idea which can help them be a part of the entrepreneurship team itself. Like for us, when we started off, and we are still a self-funded company, we have not got any investors on board. So we ourselves have been at Square of Sports been putting in money, and year on year managing the entire P&L and EBITDA of the company. So we understand how hard it is, especially there are a lot of things, unforeseen things that happens during the years, demonetization or COVID, because when we used to provide grassroots level training, and when COVID happened, unfortunately all the
practices
training they all shut down, and we were unable to so that during those period we were trying to do an event with Hiranandani itself, called as Hiranandani Center Court at Thane, because they have come up with a new venue for badminton, squash and table tennis, and we were supposed to do that event at a district level, and we had already promoted that event, marketed, got everyone who want to be a participants. We did all their registration aspects, invested into a lot of things, and the COVID happened, so we had to refund all the money back, and we have to take that loss. So it happens. It's a it is something that everybody needs to be
every
aware
business
of.
has to.
Yes, it goes ups and downs, but still, people who are passionate about sports like us, we still want to pursue or continue this and want to grow this industry. Be a part of this industry and somehow grow in it. And Square of Sports is in a vision of providing comprehensive solution, and we want to be a part of sports, as our tagline says, it's a way of life.
So as you said that there will be challenges, you will have to face loss at times, and maybe you have to be adaptable to different scenarios and all. What skills are developed during this whole program of sports management, when we talk about, because management helps you obviously in critical thinking, problem solving ability, maybe you get a confidence, communication skills are developed. But when we talk about sports and sports management as a program, what skills does it help to develop over the period of those 4 years or 5 years of the student's academic career?
So when they start off, they are just passionate about sports, and mostly what I've observed is students want to be a part of IPL in one way or the other. But eventually they grow out of that and understand that it's not just about being part of IPL, but also about what they want to be, what they want to do, or take as a career. There are a lot of things involved. There are a lot of aspects to it. There's technology that is coming up in sports, be it AI, AR, or there's blockchain. There's a lot of gamers, e-gamers who are passionate about they want to be associated with sports, and they want to pursue e-gaming as a career as well. Then there's a lot of people want to be associated with sports equipment. They want to understand how, what happens is, it's so important to have the right gear, because without the right gear, a athlete cannot perform well. If you're not wearing a proper helmet, and you're not while wicket keeping, if the bell has an uneven bounce, or the ball has an uneven bounce, it can cause serious damage to your so it is something that is very important. So people are understanding that right now, and they are pursuing or want to be a part of sports equipment industry as well. And similarly, eventually all the sports management helps each and every students to understand, look into it, or get involved into it. If they want to pursue sports in one way or the other, they can be a part of it through sports management program.
So to put it together, can we say that leadership qualities are taken care of, resilience is taken care of, okay? They learn how to be adaptive to the situation, how to get acclimatized to different types of work. Right. Is what exactly this whole program will teach them. And discipline, more than everything else, I feel sports people or anyone associated with sports has more of a disciplined lifestyle than others, which I think is the need of an hour in this era.
So to have a healthy lifestyle or be active, you need to be involved. You need to get involved into sports because being part of a gym gets a little monotonous, and a lot of students they have this exposure through sports management program of how to be associated with, like you said, be part of, be more disciplined, ethically be right, choose what they want to do in their career. It's so important to, for students nowadays to, or any person to go out and play a little. Because of all the mobile devices, on all the technology that is easily available, a lot of people take, having a healthy lifestyle granted. And it's very important for people to realize this and get involved into sports, which keeps them engaged even for 30 minutes to have a healthy lifestyle. So what you have said is quite right.
So, before we come to an end, what advice or what guidance would you give to the students who are still very skeptical, or maybe parents who are not very sure about whether to take this up as a career for their child? What advice would you give them which will help them to be very sure that yes, this has got a career and this is an industry which is growing and which will be very good in a few years down the line?
So, like I said, a lot of middle class people are right now quite okay to invest into kids, or quite comfortable with their kids pursuing sports as a career. Still, people who are quite skeptical about it, they could always come back to understand what sports program is offering to their kid, understand how a kid can pursue this as a career, what are the gains, the tangible gains that they are going to get. It's very important for parents or a student to understand if they are passionate about sports. It's not just that they have to be an athlete, they can also pursue this at a very managerial level as well. There are multiple aspects to it. Like I said, there's not just one aspect. There's operations, finance, there's sales, there's they could pursue this for improving their analytical skills, or developing their communication skills, or be a part of PR, or be a part of in case if they want to be an influencer, or in case if they want to use this to develop their skills, so that they could also help them grow. There are multiple aspects to it, and this could help. The sports management programs helps a student to develop all the skills that are required to go out in the world and take control of their life. And it is not just at a national level, this could also help them at international scale as well. So in case if they want to go out, a lot of country outside India, or they take sports very seriously, and they quite appreciate if a student has pursued sports in their formative age. Because even in US, squash is something that is quite played at a national level, and some of the universities do accept squash as a very credible sport. And similarly, badminton is quite famous. There's sports such as football or table tennis, swimming. A lot of other universities or outside India, in case if they are even looking for a job outside India, sports is something that is always been appreciated by other companies or other universities, or globally. It's quite, because this helps a company realize that the person is quite focused. He pursues sports, or
he is a part of a managing
program
team.
as
It
well.
will be equally credible.
Yes, and management with sports management program, they can also understand that there are skills such as like you mentioned, there are leadership skills, teamwork skills, communication, soft skills. All the skills are already developed, and they do not have to work on it. That is something that has always been appreciated outside India as well. So.
Okay. That was really insightful. So, because many people even now are not yet very sure or not yet aware of what exactly goes into behind the scenes of sports. So, and I feel this program will really help them to get into an idea about the sports industry or the sports world fully. Yeah.
Unfortunately, what has happened is a lot of people, if what they pursue sports is, if you're not an athlete, then there's no point pursuing sports into.
Exactly.
And right now, what we want to say is, it's not just being an athlete, but also there are so many aspects to it. There are so many segments, there are so many opportunities where you could pursue, you could still be associated with sports and still grow as a person, as well as grow in your career as well. Correct.
Very true. So, with that, we'll come to an end to this session. And thank you so much, sir, for sharing your invaluable insights and experiences with us today. Your journey, especially from transforming startups to educating future leaders, truly inspired us. Your thoughts on aligning education with industry trends, especially in the field of sports management, has given us a fresh perspective of what it means to build sustainable and impactful careers in this space. So we are grateful for your time and knowledge you have imparted. On behalf of D Y Patil Deemed to be University, thank you once again for joining us and making this session so engaging and enriching.
Thank you.
We look forward to more such interactions in future.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I thank all the online viewers as well for hearing us throughout this session. Thank you so much.